What's going on, guys? I'm on my lunch break, sitting in my back seat, just relaxing. And I just want to say hello to everybody out there in TV land. Hope you guys are doing great. So yeah, I'm just chilling, you know. Um, yeah. All right, guys. So I wanted to host this meeting, host this talk. I won't be too long. But I do want you guys to ask questions. I'll answer any questions. You know me. I'm always keeping it real. So yeah. Sorry if there might be any noise in the background. I'm sitting in my car on my lunch break, and unfortunately, if I have the windows closed, then it's gonna get hot in here. Oh well, you know what? I guess I could turn on the AC. Whatever. I like the breeze. But yeah. So I need to shave. Didn't really shave. Um, got to get around to that. Let's see. But who's in the building? Um, yeah. I'm just chilling, man. Sitting here, and you know. All right. So, I don't want to be here and having you guys thinking, something crazy gonna happen, and I'm just talking about nothing. Why would I make a video when people think something crazy is gonna happen, and I'm just sitting in my car talking about nothing? You know, like who would do a video and people are looking and thinking something's crazy gonna happen, and you literally just talk about nothing? I wouldn't do that. So anyway, man, the weather's nice right now in New Jersey. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, I like nice weather, and the weather's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, look, my guy Codex. What's going on, man? Dave, I hope everything is going well. You and I, brother, we got to do our talk. Woman, no, lady in the basement. Or is it woman in the basement? If it isn't the sneaky Ray Sherrod popping up, okay? Exactly. Who would do a video in the back seat of their car? Hey, man, a lot of things go on in back seats of cars. Don't discourage a man who likes to be in the back seat of his car, right? If it isn't the man, the myth, and the legend, X2I, Dan himself, Captain Stadia Source. Um, oh, girl, wow, girl in the basement. I said woman, lady. Sorry about that. Thank you for correcting me. But yeah, guys, I'm just sitting in my car. I know the title of the video says one thing, and it got everybody coming. But who would make a video or a stream where they just sit in the, sit back and don't actually get to it? All right, guys, let me stop being a fool. This is what I want to do. Let's not turn this into a R-rated chat. Hey, you brought it up the backseat of a car. Guys, what I want to do was call you all here because I said I want to apologize, and this is what I'll say, right? And I'm gonna leave this here, and who misses this video, please direct them to this video, okay? I need to shave, man. Man. It wouldn't be Ray if he didn't take a cheap shot at my mom. Wow. Guys, what I want to say is this. The Stadia community is awesome, right? Yes, we have our ups. Yes, we have our downs. Some people don't like other people for whatever reason, but we're still a gaming community. Guys, you want to see toxic? You go check out a PlayStation versus Xbox community, right? Or you just get in the PlayStation community. They can't stand Xbox, and you heard it worse, right? Then you check out the Xbox community. Oh man, come on, pitchforks and fire. So what I want to say though is I believe that recently there's been an uptick in some like craziness going on in the community, right? And I want to put it out there. Some people, listen, if you don't want to say my name, I'm one of those people. I'm a name dropper. Say my name. Now, chances are if you do, I'll make a video about it. But still, I give you permission to say my name. Yeah, do I feel like Anthony L. Lewis, and now your mama knows, all-purpose champ, Cowboy, had something to do with some of the stuff going on? I mean, yes and no. So March 13th, there was a video made. I'm pretty sure it was March 13th. But Ace and Cloud Game Extreme did a video, and they had a bunch of the top people, Avery, Duncan, you name it, right? They were all on, and I watched it, and I'm a fan. I watch all of you guys' stuff, and I just felt for me there was a lot of rhetoric going on, like, oh no, it was more of like negativity towards Stadia. And guys, I bleed Stadia, but I'm not a fanboy. I will listen. I'll tell you when Stadia ain't doing good, but I just felt that, man, I hear more negativity from Stadia content creators than outsiders, right? So I personally just made a post and said, hey, I would like to talk to the top guys. I feel like you guys are yes men. I tagged everybody's name to it. You name it, I put them in my tag. And I said, look, I would like you guys to have a talk with me. Me personally, I want to talk to Duncan first. I feel like Duncan is the main culprit when it comes to somebody saying they like Stadia, but throw out stuff about Stadia. And I'm not saying you can't talk bad about Stadia. I'm not saying I'm going to go after everybody who talks about Stadia. But I just felt that, you know what? I want to personally talk to Duncan first. And I want to ask some questions to clarify itself. You know, why you think Stadia is going to die in 6 months? So he clarified it. He didn't really mean 6 months, 6 months to a year. He didn't really mean Stadia was going to die, but that they might change their name. So, well, that's good. That's good rapport we had. That was good clarification, right? So then that went on to, you know, guys, you see me. I talked to Ace from Cloud Gaming Extreme. You know, keeping it real, right? So where you could come on here, you could say whatever you want, no holds barred, don't hold back. I'm gonna ask you questions, keep it real, right? So you seen me talk to Ace. You seen on the spotlight, which has nothing to do with keep it real, but I had Clive on, you know, because he's a Stadia Bash Community Network member, and he came on and he just felt like, you know, expressing some of his feelings. I think it was pretty good. I thought it was constructive. By the way, I think all of the shows I did so far was constructive with all of my guests, right? I don't think anybody like blasted people. I don't think anybody said stuff like, the thing is, if your feathers get ruffled, it might strike a nerve because part of it is true, right? So I don't think any of my guests, by the way, was too hard, right? So what? It was Ace, it was Duncan, it was Clive. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Doc Dark. I feel like I'm forgetting another person. Anyway, I can't think of it. But anyway, let me back up a little bit. When I made that post, you name it, inbox me, right? Oh, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. So I'll start by this. I'm gonna apologize because maybe the cowboy done sparked up some controversy. Maybe I did put people names out there and tagged them to it. But damn it, people inboxed me and said, I'm looking to speak to you. Now, granted, this was before I did my first talk with Duncan. So maybe they didn't think it was going to go the way it went. But guess what? People are still saying, I want to talk. I want to let it all out. I want to air it on your show. So I will apologize that if you guys feel that I kind of sparked up little pitchforks and fires, then I'm sorry. I love the Stadia community. And what I don't want to contribute to is negativity. But what I do want to contribute to is keeping it real. Okay. So if I spark people to kind of, if you take it as negative because somebody said you said something and you said it, then you're wrong. Hear me out. If you are upset because somebody said you said and you did say such a thing, then you're wrong. It's not the person. Because when we do shows, like for instance, everybody wants to be special. Everybody wants to have people watching them. Everybody wants their channel monetized. Everybody wants to get 1,000 views. Everybody wants to get 1,000 subscribers, right? But when you do that and when you want this, you're opening yourself up. Like my guy Blue Bob said something great today. He said, listen, if you make a post and you say something to the fact of you want people to respond, guess what's going to happen? People are going to respond. If you put a post and cut off the comments, then people can't respond. So when we put ourselves out there in the public eye, expect people to either love what you say, like what you say, hate what you say, comment on what you say, come back at what you say. We put ourselves out there in the public eye. So what I'm saying is, yes, a lot of my rhetoric is you know, it's like, again, I'm a character, man. I'm a wrestling fan. I done said it time and time again. All right. I love putting out content that's entertaining. I love the bad guys too. So I might wear a cowboy hat, say some crazy stuff, right? But I'm a Stadia fan at heart, right? I like to promote Stadia and I like to promote anybody to promote Stadia. Now, am I coming against the people who want to distance themselves from Stadia. Now, hear my meaning of distancing. I'm talking about anybody who changed their name. I'm talking about anybody who decide to add content. And I'm talking about anybody who said, I no longer want to do Stadia content. That's the term of distancing myself when I say distancing myself. So you can still love Stadia, but partially you're distancing yourself because you're no longer doing only Stadia. Now, my and Now Your Mama Knows channel that you're watching this on right now, do I only do Stadia content? No, not at all. It's an everything channel. I got videos, if you go back, about xCloud. I got videos about treadmills. My top video is a treadmill video, all right? So I'm in this community because I'm a fan of Stadia, but my channel will never be 100% Stadia. Now, if you see stuff on Stadia Bash Community Network, 100% Stadia committed. Now, what I want to say is, guys, don't pull the Stadia Bash Community Network into this. If you see me talking, it's me speaking about what I want to talk about, right? You notice when I do my videos, keeping it real, I don't mention Stadia Bash Community Network. None of those guys represent my views, right? My views are my views. So don't take me and say, well, the Stadia Bash Community Network. No, don't do that. So I'm just putting it out there. And I love all of you guys. I'm a fan, but I love entertainment. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm apologizing if everything I say you take super serious. I'm a clown, man. I'm a fool. I like to clown around. And again, if I make a post, and which I don't really do the Twitter thing that much. I mainly use Twitter to advertise my videos, right? And my content in the Stadia Bash Community Network. But if I make a post and you guys are inboxing me, oh, I'll talk to you, then shame on you if you come and talk to me and then you happen to don't want to hold back and say some stuff. Is that me? No. But I'll apologize for having the platform. I'll apologize for being the person that's outspoken, that loves to say what's on my mind. But guys, I'm an educated individual. I think about what I'm going to say. I just don't splurt out nonsense. So if you want to hold me to what I said, trust me, it got weight and it got value. I'm not just talking to talk. So if I say something, it is meaningful. Now, I'm also a part of an organization that was strictly Stadia Source. I'm still a part of them, right? And in my terms, yes, they distance themselves from Stadia. But guess what? They still do Stadia. And because I'm on there, damn it, unless Dan say here's the door, a part of GSN will be about Stadia. All right, that you could take to the bank because I love Stadia and I love Dan and I kind of like Avery, but I like what's going on over there. Now, let's get to these comments because I never just have a platform with me talking. I want to hear from you guys. Now, so let's see. Last I left off was about Dan. Well, no, we had Vet trying to talk about backseat cars. All right, so Patrick said, I'm in New Jersey too. Great weather now. Good day. Yeah, definitely. All right, Bruce is in here. VHS. What are you talking about? My guy, Carrot Man Gaming is in here. Holly's in here. Jeff the Great. My mother always said I was a special little boy. I mean, I guess so. I'm just gonna scroll through these. If you guys got a question, or you actually want to make a statement, I'll read it. But I'll just go through everybody saying hi to everybody, which is cool, man. I know people are saying that the Stadia community is toxic. Every video game community is toxic. Let's be real. Let's not. Here's what kills me, right? People get in the Stadia community and act like they never played gaming before. Now, if you just start playing gaming with Stadia, then that's cool. But that's what we do. We get passionate. We think one game's better than the next game. It's what gamers do. We can't avoid it. It's what basketball fans do, sports fans, wrestling fans, politic fans. If you're a fan of something, you're passionate. But I just say don't be a fanboy. If somebody say, man, Game Pass has great value, be like, you know what? Game Pass, unless you're not being serious or you're an idiot, Game Pass does have great value. Now, your perception may be Game Pass isn't better than the thing I like for whatever reason. But if that person say Game Pass has great value, Game Pass has great value. If that person say Stadia sucks, it doesn't play well. If it plays well for me, it does. Now, maybe your internet is slow and it don't play well for you. Now, Dan said, I have a sort of a Bible adhere to when I use Twitter. and it keeps me fresh and daisy from the drama, and that's great. Sorry guys, I don't have my glasses on. Should have brought my glasses in this car with me. Here, let me bring it close to my face. Cowboy's toxic. If you call me that, I don't care. Here's the thing, too, guys. Listen. You can say whatever. I'm giving everyone full permission to tag me to a post. It's less. I feel like if you tag my name, then I could contact you back, and then we could talk, right? But if you make a side comment and we know you're talking about me, but you don't say it, then that's even worse. So me personally, say my name. All right. Chances are I'm just gonna make a video about you. I personally like entertainment. I like content. I find everything to be content. I can make content out of anything. But anyway, even though you are a fool, Anthony L. Lewis, still love you. I listen, and I take that. I'm a fool, man. Oh, Colin said, wait, what happened? So to answer your thing, people in the Stadia community feel like some stuff is toxic. And I feel like I personally didn't hear nobody say my name. I'll be honest. I personally didn't hear nobody make a post and say it's because of Anthony. But I feel like maybe some people feel like if the shoe fits, wear it. And so maybe I feel like when March 13th, when I made that post calling out the guys, calling them yes men, saying that I want to, I want to interview them, or let me change it. Brian from Nerf Report said, your interviewing is okay, but listen, it's not an interview, it's a discussion. So if I talk a lot on my discussions, well, we're having a discussion, all right? So I'll clarify. I don't want to interview people. I want to have a discussion with people. Yes, I might ask them questions, so it might seem like an interview format, but it's a discussion. But yeah, I think that's why we're here at Collins, because I want to personally apologize if people feel that I might be the cause of pitchforks and stuff going around. I'm a clown, man. I like to do entertainment, but I do believe the stuff I'm saying, you could take it to the bank. I'm not just gonna say something to say it. I'm gonna say something and you could take it to the bank. Now, if you disagree, that's fine. Let's discuss it, right? But if I say something, I believe in it. All right. So X2I say we didn't distance ourselves, we just added to the roster. So you did add to the roster, but again, remember my terminology and my definition, I would do the checkbox as you distance yourself. But that's just me. Now, here's the counter to that. I talked about intentions. I notice, guys, I mentioned that a lot. I think what people are getting on the people who, in my terminology, distance themselves from Stadia, put distance from Stadia. I think people are big on intentions. And I said this so many times. The problem is going to be anybody after, post the Stadia Entertainment Studios closing, anybody who say, I want to add GeForce Now, I want to add Atari Jaguar, I want to, people are going to look and be like, oh, that's because you think Stadia is going to die. Guys, I didn't make that up. The people who's been saying Stadia is going to die are the people who put that out there. Don't blame me. Yes, I use the terminology. Again, this is my own terminology, right? You can look up in the dictionary. Is it going to spell it out the way I am? No, but that's my terminology. Now, because that's just the way I phrase it to put the umbrella, right? So some people might be like, yo, I'm not distancing myself. Like, good point. Dan said we're not distancing ourselves. In his terminology, he's not. He's just adding to the roster. In my terminology, you are. But that's just my terminology. And not everybody got to like it, right? Some people might say bro. Some people might say, why you say bro? Say brother. Don't say brah, right? That's just the way I'm phrasing it so I could kind of group together what I'm talking about. But you're a fool if you don't think people are going to assume, and we know about assumptions, right? You know, but people have the right to assume what they want once you're on a public platform. Britney Spears shaved half of her hair off, and people thought she was crazy. Her dad got the rights to take over her money for over 18 years. Britney Spears did that 18 years ago. She just finally won in court to be able to take back over the rights of her finances. Well, guess what? When she shaved her head off on live TV, or when people's all seen it, a large majority of people got a chance to have the assumption that Britney Spears was bat crazy. So if after Stadia says we're going to close our studios and people say they're dying, and then 2 months later somebody add content, okay, add to the roster, okay, when for over a year they didn't, then people have the right to be like, what? You're distancing yourself. Now, I didn't say that, but if you're on public media, in the public eye, people have the right to say whatever, and they could be wrong, but we can't help what they think, right? We can't, all we could come out and do is make a statement, say, listen, that's not why we're doing what we're doing. Think what you want to think and keep it moving. That's the way I do my things. You could say what else? Oh, well, Anthony does this and that. Well, you have the right because I put myself in the public eye. So I'm giving you the platform to say what you want about me. Perfect example. I did a video called Dog Eats White Ferret, right? This before I knew the term clickbait. And yes, our dog didn't eat our ferret, but we had our dog and our ferret playing together, right? Man, that thing got like 1,000 comments bashing my wife. Stupid, dumb B, what are you doing? Why you didn't? Why people are mad at me? The dog didn't eat the ferret. I'm like, so my wife said, take that off of there. I said, no, controversy sells. Leave it up there. People are watching this video like crazy. My first viral video ever, right? Thousands of views because people wanted to watch a dog eat a white ferret. Then people wanted to trash talk my wife. But guess what? It didn't bother me because I'm the dummy who put the video out there. So at the end of the day, we can't be so mad when people, try to hold us to our own. I don't want to say, well, I will say actions, not words, because nowhere if you say, oh, Stadia's dying and I'm changing up my content, you may not say that, but after Stadia closed their studios and other people deem this meaning Stadia's dying, anybody who add to change content, that's what people are thinking. Not everybody. So all you could do is a statement. We are not changing our content because we think Stadia is dying. That's the only thing you can say, or you can say nothing at all. Oh, well, if that's what you think, that's what you think. Good for you. All right, so there's a million of YouTubers, LOL. All right. Dan says still just much Stadia content, if not more than we have ever. Here's my thing, Dan. What I don't get is if you had 100% Stadia channel and then you add new content, because I'm trying to get the math, how are you going to have more Stadia content if now you're spreading yourself a little bit thin? That I don't understand. My math don't add up. Unless you add a whole bunch of new people doing a bunch more Stadia content, then yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Kodak says, I don't know how many ways we have to say the same thing. Play the platform and games you enjoy playing. That's where it starts and that's where it ends for me. That is definitely perfect. Don't watch this video. Watch Nerf Report with GSN. Yeah, definitely. No, guys, seriously. Definitely check out that video that Nerf Report did about GSN. He interviews Danny, he interviews Avery. And it's pretty cool. Yes, I'm a backseat driver today. Let's see. People saying, what's up? Ralph jumped in and said, what's up, Anthony? Mr. 1030 here. Oh, so you know what's funny? I didn't know that was you, Mr. 1030. Okay. And I totally agree with you. Keep it 100 always. Can't wait to game with you again. Yeah, man. Listen, me and Mr. 1030 was rocking on Marvel Avengers months ago. Matter of fact, he was my first collaboration video. Or it might have been Do Games. Let's see. Yep, was gonna say that. Sports fans are like that. Yeah, man. Sports fans, listen. You talking about us? Sports fan got us beat all the way. And don't get into politics. Okay, let's see. Headhunting after the big birthday. My birthday's on Tuesday, guys. Just so you know. All right, let's see. Cherry Man said, "I play what I want. I make the type of content on what I want, and no proving nothing to no one, especially on the internet. Though, listen, that's real. Do something, stick to it. I think here's what's happening. So many people have to rebuttal the people who are saying Stadia are dying that it makes the whole back and forth. Some people just read something on Twitter and say, look at Dan. Dan got a perfect thing on Twitter. You read it and just keep it moving. But look at me. You would think I would be the craziest guy and be arguing and debating whatever. You rarely ever see me in a Twitter beef or Twitter war. I use Twitter to advertise my stuff. I don't got time for it. I believe what I believe, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and we're going to keep it moving. So let's see. What's up, Ray? And my followers, Stadia Gamers, loving the platforms at the moment. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. Nah, it was very subdued, to be honest, Alex. Okay, you guys are talking about Chinese food. All right, let's see. Stadia Dad Games, thanks for jumping in. But yeah, guys, I definitely want to apologize to you if you feel that my content may rile people up. If you feel that that's what I want to apologize to. Because I think I bring a certain thing to the Stadia community that maybe was different than before. Maybe you had people that was like just crazy, right? And that stirred the pot. I think I stirred a pot, but I allow you guys to stir your own pot, right? I want to do content and invite people on. And if you want to talk and I ask you some hard-hitting questions, that's on you. Everybody know, and I didn't know this was going to turn into what it was when I said, "Oh, talk to the cowboy," right? I didn't know people was going to really want to do it. When I invited Duncan on, he could have said no, but guess what? He said, "Let's do it," right? So he did it. And then other people said, let's do it. Let's do it. I got people asking me, hey, I want to get on with you. I didn't ask them. Some people I've reached out to, but people reached out to me. So what I'm saying is people apparently want to speak their mind and they feel like my platform is a good way to do it. And I appreciate that. All right. So I'm all about showing what Stadia is to the outsiders and the community. Let me bring this closer to my eyes, guys, so I can read it like I know how to read. Let's see. You know what Stadia is. XUI. The problem is my brain works in black and white, binary, yes or no. Listen, that's cool, man. That will keep you out of trouble, Dan. Cowboy, one platform plus one. Let's see. What's poppin', Ray? Nope. Let's see. Shows the platform off and have, yeah. So here's the thing. I'm all for people having different platforms as well. You might see me say 100% Stadia committed because I feel that there's people in the Stadia community that when they got into Stadia, they just want to see their Stadia content. I said this the other day to Ace. I said, would you tell an Xbox guy would you tell a PlayStation guy to watch, to sit through Xbox content to get to his Xbox news? You probably wouldn't, right? Because Xbox, PlayStation are die hard. But people want Stadia people to sit through other content to get to their news. So what I'm saying is, there's people who got into Stadia that only wanted to hear Stadia news and Stadia content. So I don't think it's wrong if people just want to stick to Stadia news and Stadia content. I don't, right? That's up to you. Now there's the people who want to play the field. They want to do content that's on both sides, and that's fine. But don't get mad at the people who just want Stadia centric content because guess what? They came into here wanting Stadia centric content. The people who decided to switch up, it's like you have a happy home. I love my mom. I love my dad. And then my mom decide, you know what? I want to cheat on my dad. So who is the bully? The kid who wanted his mom and dad to stay together or the mom who cheated? Like, that's so backwards to me. So people are blaming the Stadia people. Oh, you just want Stadia content. You don't want anything else to grow. Listen, if there's a media for that, if people want to see GFN, if people want to see Shadow and people want to see Luna and xCloud and whatever, look at my boy Vet. Yes, Vet does content outside of Stadia. He has a podcast about PlayStation Now, right? If people want to watch it, they'll tune in. But if he still want to make 100% Stadia content with Stadia Bash Community Network, he should be able to do that too. And nobody should be like, bro, you shouldn't be doing only Stadia content. Now, the Stadia people also should settle down when people are doing other content. But again, the issue is intentions. If you were doing a show talking about Stadia is going to die, and then you switch up, then the people are going to hold you to it. Oh, you're only leaving because of that. Now, if you come out and say, yeah, Stadia is going to die, I said it. So I want to make sure I got a contingency plan and I'm adding new content. Then you know what? I'll give you the most credit because I say, listen, the man thinks Stadia is going to die. So the man wants to add new content. You can't be mad. But for the people who think Stadia is going to die and save face, you know what? We don't believe that. We just want to add stuff. I think that's what people got a problem with. So hear me out. If you think Stadia is going to die, if you put it out there on a video, on a tweet, and then now, and you was a Stadia only channel, and now you're doing Stadia content, or you want to distance yourself, in my terminology, and do more Stadia content, then you can't get mad. If you're like, no, we think Stadia is great and it's amazing, but somebody seen you say otherwise, then this is what people are mad with, guys. This is the reality. People don't want to accept it. They don't want to take accountability. They don't, right? So you can't get mad if these people are getting mad, because guess what? You created a platform for them to watch your content. So you can't get mad. And I want to touch on one other thing while I'm apologizing. Listen, guys, we got to stop chasing water bottles and t-shirts. All right. There's a lot of content creators. Oh, Stadia didn't give me a water bottle or a t-shirt, but GFN is going to give me a water bottle or a t-shirt. Me personally, Stadia, you could keep your damn water bottle and your t-shirt. You know why? Because I started making content for Stadia because I like the platform, and that's it. I ain't never do it because I wanted a contract. I ain't do it because I wanted you to give me a t-shirt or a water bottle. I'm just being real. So people are getting mad at Stadia because Google don't want to throw them nothing. I don't recall Google calling you ever and saying, hey, if you do content for me, then I'll hook you up. No, we chose to do content out of nowhere. We woke up one day and said, I like Stadia so much, I'm gonna make a show about it. I'm gonna make content. Not with the hopes that one day Google's gonna contact me. Because when we all started, we didn't know what it was gonna be. We probably all thought this may go nowhere. So Stadia may never hit me up. Then we get some traction. Then we get a big head. Yo, why ain't hit me up? It doesn't matter why they hit you up. You don't got no shares in the company. I'm just saying that was on my mind. Because I feel like if we build up our own, Bill said it like this before. He was talking about games and Stadia and what we want. He said we build up our own unrealistic expectations, and that's on us when we do that. All right, let me get to the comments, guys, before this thing goes off. Let's see. IMO Stadia Bash Community Network does separate from the rest of, although it is the Stadia community. Now, Blake stated reasons for the network was to remove the toxicity of other content creators. I mean, that's how I receive it. I mean, yeah, it is pretty good. At the end of the day, we do want to, just bring together a place where if you like Stadia, then it's more than just watching it. We want to bring a place where if you're a streamer, you want to get into the market, then we say, hey, why don't you stream with us? And we'll help you try to get some traction by watching your channel and subscribing to you and following you, and then maybe it'll take off and people will like you. We want to give you that platform where you could get exposure. So a lot of that is there as well. So if I say I'm not distancing, then it doesn't matter if you think I am, if I am not. There's no interpretation than that of the correct one. So yeah, so if you say, hey man, I'm not distancing myself from Stadia, and somebody say, well, Anthony said you was, said no, hear Anthony out. That's his terminology, the way he's breaking it down. Don't use Anthony words against me. I mean, that's it. I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm putting words in my mouth. So anybody could hear what I'm saying and hear what I said. I always break down my definition. Now, if they want to throw that out there, then they clearly wasn't listening to what I said, you know? So that is unfair if somebody takes somebody else's word. I'm like this, I'm face value. If I hear Dan say he's doing this and this because of this, and that's what Dan said. If I hear Avery say this and say Dan said, well, I didn't hear Dan say that. So I can't put that in Dan's mouth. Let's see. Kodak said, sometimes I think it's certain people trying to remain relevant in a pond where there's not the big fish. So they create drama. I mean, yeah, listen, me personally, I love entertainment. Me personally, did I think when I started putting a cowboy hat on like 5 years ago, doing videos, well, I hosted a gaming show. Did I think that was gonna make good for TV? Of course. Of course. But that's me. I like entertaining. Let's see. My man, this S is tough single player, trying to keep up on their world tiers. Oh, he must be talking about Outriders. I can't even believe this is a thing right now. Let's just enjoy our games, people. Yeah, definitely. Man, listen, we're gonna all get out of it. This is how the community start off, right? Your daddy leaving this guy. Let's see, who are we bashing? We're not bashing nobody. Let's see. I don't think adding content is necessarily distancing oneself, but I can see how people can see that. See, the reason why I say I use the terminology, because people may say, oh, well, you're only adding content because you don't think, you think Stadia is going to die. I think that's what people are thinking. Doesn't matter how many statements we put out with the truth. People still think that wrong. I mean, yeah, man, listen, that's why you put out a statement, you stick to your words, and you just keep it moving. If people find your content valuable, they're going to watch it. If they don't, then they're not, which is what we're doing. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Let's see. LOL. Yeah, I can't get the name in the profile here to match, but Mr. Trinity is Ralph on Stadia here on. Yeah, yeah. You got to fix that out, man. Let's see. Yeah, I went through that too. What I had to do, Mr. Trinity, is I had to make my channel a brand account. If you make a brand account, then you could do it. Let's see. Yep. Let's see. Also, why I apologize. Well, no, I don't want to. So I just want to apologize. So my apology is just letting you guys know who I am and what I stand for. That's how I'm apologizing, After my apologies, I mean, I'm just letting everybody know that, yes, I want to create a platform where we could kind of like, let me not say Jerry Springer, but kind of like I want to create a platform where people could say how they feel, right? Now, if people are upset by what someone says when they come on one of my shows, then it is what it is. I'm just giving a platform for people to open up, Maybe they don't want to say that on their show, but they want to say it on my show. But I apologize for giving them the platform that opens and create people to maybe get upset and frustrated. But if somebody's going to say what they want to say, you either got to take it, deal with it, and move on. And that's all I can say, because people are going to be verbal regardless. I just am giving people a platform to say. So I apologize on Twitter as well. I love the platform. And if anyone decides to spread false info, I correct them. Sometimes it gets heated, and I apologize for that. Not my stance. No, that's pretty cool. I get that. What's going on, Lukey? Thanks, guys, for coming in. No, I doubt. Let's see. Love the work and all. And say the best, Nerf, Sunny, and those more guys. You are informed, entertained, and love. But here's the thing, guys. I'm also on Stadia Stores, aka GSN now. So I mean, I'm there, and I still plan on doing Stadia content. I just don't have the time or dedication to be consistent. Kids, work. Got it. Tally, I personally have no use for Xbox or PS News. I have owned consoles for 20 plus years. Don't have any plans on getting the console. I have Luna, and it's great. And I'm more into Stadia. Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, you may like Stadia so much that you want people to have Stadia content. And maybe you want to go to a channel that's only Stadia. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I don't see nothing wrong with people doing other stuff too. It's not about the free merch. It's about the mutual respect. It's their willingness to work with us and appreciate us. I hear you on that, Dan, but I kind of disagree with that. I feel like, you woke up one day and said you wanted to create Stadia Source. You created Stadia Source. Yeah, Stadia Source got big, got 3 point something million views, but nowhere is Google should Google be held accountable for contacting you and giving you anything? Like I disagree with the people who feel that, because I feel like that's entitlement. Hey, my content is great. Google, you need to hit me up. That I disagree with. Stadia aren't great at that, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean they seem to not be. They still didn't give Clive anything. Let's see. I do content that I love. We'll go through this. I got to shout, Anthony. We will have our movie discussion very soon. I promise. Listen, man, if you don't, I'm going to burn your house down. You can take that to the bank. I'm going to come over there and burn your house down. Let's see. We make Stadia content for the community, not Stadia. Yeah, there you go. Hey, hold on. Stadia Dad. This is what I'm talking about. We don't make content for Google to even notice. I don't. If Google notice and comment, great. But I make it for the community. That's what we all. If we listen to what Stadia Dad just said, we won't find ourselves in trouble. Make it for the community, not for Stadia, not for Google. That's it. I didn't make this so Google could notice me and try to get noticed from Google. I'm making content because I want the people to enjoy the content. All right, so let me get through this, guys. My lunch break is pretty much over. Stated that is correct because you love the platform as well, and not bash because it does. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Keep to myself. Someone wants to play GFN or Luna. Fair play them. I want to cover fair play. Doesn't affect me in any way. Good. Yep. Michael, what's up, man? Let's see. I feel like saying that's my terminology is just a polite way of saying you don't you don't believe that person or refuse to entertain the truth. Well, I just feel like I want to group together distancing, right? Distancing mean if you was once a Stadia only guy and change your name, I can say you distance yourself from Stadia to a point. Because guess what? You no longer have Stadia in your name. How is that not a distance? Now, I could say you had Stadia only and added new content. You're still kind of distancing yourself a little bit because now this new content gets a little bit of spotlight where only Stadia did. So see the terminology? But I do understand what you're saying, Dan. People can say, hey, your terminology is flawed. Maybe I'll come up with something else. Stadia Dad games, understand, I agree with you. Yeah, what Stadia Dad said is un is unfreaking believable. With cloud gaming becoming bigger, adding content just expands the cloud gaming news. Who's coming out with that news technology games? All right, all right. We're getting down to it, guys. Hold up, let's go to this. Go to this. All right, having Excel platforms is great. All right, guys. So, in that said, I want to say, let me go to Ray's comment last. That again, if anything you guys hear from me and you're upset with it, you feel like Anthony's stirring the pot. I really want to say the words come out of my mouth. I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna articulate it, and I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, guys, this is for everybody. I'm sorry, but you could definitely hold me to it, and you could inbox me, or you could put a post with my name on it. Say, Anthony, what do you mean? I didn't like what you said, and I would be able to clarify. And if I'm wrong, I'll say, oh, you know what? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it to come out that way. My bad. And I'll keep it at that. That's where I stand. So I'm apologizing to the Stadia community for maybe you guys making it seem that I'm the one that stirred up the pot. If you say that, again, nobody specifically said Anthony, but I felt like there maybe was some innuendos and some people like, I think they're talking about you. So I personally want to say, if you feel that it's me, I apologize. Because you could tag it back to me. You know, you could be like, well, Anthony kind of made this post, and then he did a video with Duncan, and after that, things got crazy. You could do the timeline. You know, let me see what. Oh, it's Vet. So I already know he ain't say nothing important. But anyway, guys, I gotta go on my lunch break. So I just feel like these are good times where I could kind of throw out content and speak to you guys. But thank you for tuning in. You know, please support anything Stadia. Support Gaming Source now. The podcast will be out today at 5 p.m. Eastern. Please support Stadia Bash Community Network. Please support anybody who does Stadia content. If you're a Stadia guy, even if they distance themselves from Stadia by changing their name or adding other content, still support them because guess what? They still have Stadia content. And once upon a time, you liked their Stadia content. So chances are nothing's going to change about their Stadia content. They're just going to add stuff and they change your name. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm the Cowboy, and now your mama knows. With that said, and now Ray's mama knows. All right, guys. Thank you. Take care.